So use geometrical instruments to construct triangle ABC, in which AB is 10 centimeters, and then angle ABC is 55 degrees, and then BAC, that's angle BAC, is 60 degrees. So you need a short pencil. This one is too long, so I'll break it so that I have two. And then you need a protractor and a ruler. So I don't have my ruler, but this one has some digits here. I believe they are in centimeters, but regardless, I can still solve this problem. So use geometrical instruments to construct triangle ABC, in which AB is 10 centimeters. So you can start with the base. Since the other two here are angles, it's not possible to start with an angle. So you need to start with the base. So this base should be 10 centimeters. And 10 centimeters, we're talking about the distance from 0, not 1. So from 0, this is where my 0 mark is. From 0 all the way to 10. And this is where my 10 centimeter mark is. Like that. And then, not very clear. Okay, let me just reposition. Yeah. And then afterwards, you name your points. So this one will be my A, this one will be my B. And then we've been told that angle ABC should be 55 degrees. So angle ABC, C should be somewhere here. The angle should be 55 degrees. So you use your protractor, put it like this. Make sure that the center is at the far end of the line. And then this line, the 0 degree mark, is aligned with the line you have just drawn, which is your AB, like this. So my 55 degrees angle is here, mark. So you are using these numbers here because this is where your 0 is. You can't use the other numbers because they are moving backwards from 180. So you're starting from 0 all the way to 55 degrees. So this is where my 55 degrees mark is. I'll just put a dot, and then after that I can draw a line. But of course, before you draw the line, it's better to predict the other one. So the other one will be angle BAC, which is 60 degrees. BAC is 60 degrees. So you can do this. You put this part here, which is the origin, at the far end of the line, and then make sure that this line is aligned with the 0 degrees mark. So now in this case we are using the numbers at the bottom because we are starting from 0 here, and then the angles are increasing in this direction. You can't use these numbers because they are moving backwards from 180 degrees. So this is where my 60 degrees mark is. Make sure that your pencil is sharp, as you can see from mine, and then now you can draw your lines. So you draw your lines in such a way that they are able to meet without crossing each other. So I'll make sure that my line is starting from here and then it is passing through that dot like this, and then I can draw the other one. So as you can see, I haven't drawn this one like I should. I just drew a portion of it because I want to check how far the other one will go. So this line should start from the far end of AB, and then it should pass through your dot The moment you miss the dots, then your angle will be slightly off. So now I'm aiming for this other line here. I want the two lines to meet. So I think this is perfect. If not, then I can extend it. If it's too long, then I can erase a portion of it. So this will be like that. Okay, and then do not forget to label this. So this is my C, and then the second part is saying measure and write down the length AC. So now I want to measure this distance. So you're not just measuring, you are also writing down the measurement, because if you just measure without writing, then the marker may not know. Okay, so I think I'm getting something like 9.1. Let me just use, yes, I'm getting 9.1 somewhere. Not very sure what the exact number is, but this is what I'm getting, 9.1 centimeters. And then next, bisect the sides AB and BC and let the bisectors meet at O. So now to bisect the sides AB, this is where this guy comes in. So you can just make any radius which is slightly greater than half of AB. So I know that the midpoint of AB is somewhere here. So if I extend it a bit like this, then I can easily construct my bisector. So let's do this. So I can just draw an arc on top and then another arc at the bottom like this. And then after doing that, without even changing the radius, I'll do the same thing at B. So I'll draw an arc here and then another arc there. I think my radius has changed. Let me just check. Yes, it has changed slightly because my pencil was broken. Let me just erase my first arcs. Okay, so now I can draw my arcs again. So without changing the radius, you draw two arcs using this as a center and then this one as a center for this point there, for these two arcs. And then after you do that, you can use your ruler to draw lines, to draw a line passing through the meeting point or the point of intersection of these two arcs and the point of intersection of these two arcs. So this one will be like this. And then after you draw your bisector, you check if it is doing the task you have assigned it to do. So this line is 10 centimeters. So my bisector should cut the line in two equal parts. So as you can see, it is passing through 5. So this one is okay. Then we can go ahead and bisect BC, this one here. So to bisect BC, you do the same thing. You can just choose any radius of your choice, which is slightly more than the midpoint of BC. So the midpoint of BC is somewhere here. So I can just extend this a bit like that, or like that, or like this. So I'll just keep mine like this. just make sure that your pencil is sharp and you don't change your radius. So you draw an arc on both sides of the line. So you draw an arc this side and then another arc this side. And then now you can use C as your center. And then you do the same thing. You draw an arc this side and then another arc this side. So once you do this, you can draw your bisector using your pencil. So this one should pass through the point of intersection of these two arcs. Something like this. And then after this, you can check if your bisector is actually bisecting the line. So this line is about 9.7 centimeters, and then half of 9.7 centimeters, let me see, 9.7, so this should be 4.8 something. Yeah, so this is okay. I know this should be 4.85. Yeah, but this is okay. And then now you are also told that you are told to let the bisectors meet at O. So where the two bisectors are meeting, you can put an O. And then now we have the last part, which will check or which will verify whether our bisectors have bisected the lines or not. So let's now draw a circle which touches the vertices A, B, and C with the radius OA. So I can put my point here. This is my origin, the O, and then this will be my radius. So before I draw my circle, I have to test. You check if your circle is able to touch all the three sides, and I think mine is able to do that. Then now you can draw your circle like this. And you're done.